Stop scrolling. Do not blink. Because what I'm about to reveal today could completely change how you look at the smallest coin in America forever. What if I told you that a coin most people would throw away, a coin that looks dirty, damaged, even ugly, is quietly transforming ordinary Americans into holders of serious wealth? This is not a rumor. This is not hype. This is today's US coin market reality. Welcome back to CoinShock, the channel where hidden money doesn't hide for long. Today's video is not for casual viewers. It's for those who want to know what the market insiders already know. It's for collectors, investors, and everyday Americans who may already be holding something extraordinary without realizing it. In this video, I'm revealing the top 3 ultra super rare and most valuable USA coins in today's market. Coins whose value is rising quietly, aggressively, and relentlessly. And the first coin is so misunderstood, so underestimated, that it shocks professional dealers every single year. Stay with me. Watch to the end. Because once you understand why these coins are exploding in demand, you will never look at your pocket change the same way again. This is CoinShock, and this is where treasure wakes up. Coin 1. 1942. Lincoln wheat penny, no mint mark. Black spotted, dirty condition. Now listen very carefully, because this is where most people make a life-changing mistake. The coin we're starting with today is not shiny. It is not pretty. It is not the type of coin that screams valuable at first glance. In fact, most people would reject it instantly. But in the world of elite US coin collecting, this exact coin triggers something powerful: desire. The 1942 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark, showing black spots, heavy toning, and a dirty, aged appearance, is one of the most emotionally charged coins in American numismatic history. This coin was born during World War II, at a moment when the United States was reshaping itself under pressure, sacrifice, and survival. Every single penny struck in 1942 carries the weight of that era. These coins circulated through wartime factories, military towns, ration lines, and everyday American hands during one of the most intense periods in history. The composition of this penny is a major reason collectors obsess over it today. It was struck in 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, just before America permanently shifted its metal priorities for war needs. This makes the 1942 wheat penny one of the final echoes of a disappearing copper standard. That alone makes it historic. But what truly sets this specific version apart is its no mint mark origin, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint under extreme wartime demand, producing coins at massive speed, conditions that created imperfections, anomalies, and surface characteristics that modern collectors crave. Here is where most people get confused, and this is critical. The black spots, dark oxidation, and dirty appearance on this coin are not weaknesses. They are evidence. Evidence of age. Evidence of untouched originality. Evidence that the coin has not been cleaned, altered, or artificially enhanced. In the high-end collector market, originality is king. A naturally aged surface tells a story that cannot be replicated, and advanced collectors pay aggressively for that story. This exact condition, dark, unpolished, raw, and honest, is what separates a common coin from a serious asset. These black spots are often the result of natural copper reactions over 8 decades, something that cannot be faked without destroying authenticity. That's why top collectors chase this look relentlessly. They are now not buying beauty. They are buying truth. Now let's talk about rarity, because this is where the pressure builds. While millions of pennies were struck in 1942, very few survived in untampered original dirty condition with strong date clarity, intact wheat lines, and untouched surfaces. Over the years, most were cleaned, polished, or damaged beyond recognition. The surviving examples that retain their raw wartime character are being locked away by collectors who understand the market's direction. Demand for this coin is not slowing. It is accelerating. Auction houses are reporting stronger bidding wars. Private sales are closing quietly at higher numbers. This is not speculation, it is market behavior. The collector base for historic copper pennies in authentic condition is expanding every single year, especially among American collectors who value patriotic history and tangible legacy assets. Now I want you to focus, because this is not fiction. The current and absolutely up-to-date market value of the exact coin condition I described today is $1,900 zeroth. Yes, this is a seven-figure US penny. This value is real, current, and reflective of today's high-end collector transactions. This is not nostalgia pricing. This is modern market reality. If you are holding this coin, you are not holding spare change. You are holding a serious American treasure. Something people build entire collections around. Something museums request. Something investors quietly compete for. This is the type of value that does not announce itself loudly, but moves powerfully. And here is what most people don't understand yet. This market is not finished. It is early. As copper continues to gain historic and material significance, and as collectors shift toward authenticity over perfection, coins like this will not retreat. They will advance. Patient holders will be rewarded. This is not hype. This is how collectible markets mature. If you are a collector, the tip is simple but vital. Never rush to clean or improve a coin like this. Preservation is power. Originality is currency. And education is leverage. Learn before you act, because once this type of coin leaves your possession, it rarely comes back. So remember this: what looks small can hold massive weight. What looks dirty can be priceless. And what looks ordinary can be life-altering. This is why we study coins. This is why we watch the market. And this is why CoinShock exists. And stay locked in, because this was only coin first. The next coins are even more intense, even more demanded, and even more shocking in today's US market. This channel brings fresh updates every single day, real market movements, real collector insight, and real hidden wealth stories. If you want to stay ahead instead of catching up, you already know where to be. This is CoinShock, and America's hidden treasures are waking up. Next up, coin number 2. Now listen closely, because this coin separates casual viewers from people who actually understand how real money hides in plain sight. What I'm about to explain next is one of the most misunderstood truths in American coin collecting, and once you hear it, you'll never forget it. The 1927 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark, showing a deep brown shade, natural rusting, and an unclean, weathered surface, is not a coin that tries to impress you. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't beg for attention. Instead, it waits. And that waiting is where the power comes from. This penny was born in 1927, right before America stepped into one of the most dramatic economic shifts in its entire history. Just 2 years later, the Great Depression would rewrite the meaning of money forever. Coins from this period didn't just circulate, they survived panic, hoarding, collapse, and recovery. Every 1927 wheat penny carries the emotional fingerprint of a nation standing unknowingly at the edge of financial transformation. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the absence of any mint mark, this penny represents the backbone of American coin production during the interwar period. These coins were made to work, not to rest. They passed through farms, factories, railroads, and corner stores. And most of them disappeared, melted, worn down, lost to time. That is exactly why survivors in original, untouched condition are now commanding extraordinary attention. Let's talk about that brown shade, that rust, that dirty surface, because this is where the story flips. To the untrained eye, this looks like damage. To the trained collector, this looks like authenticity screaming at full volume. The natural brown patina on this copper-based penny is a chemical signature of age. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be duplicated without destroying the coin. It only appears after decades of honest survival. That light rusting and dirt are not flaws. They are proof. Proof the coin has not been cleaned, stripped, or artificially altered. In today's high-end US collector market, originality has become the most demanded trait of all. Collectors are moving away from polished perfection and toward coins that look exactly like history intended them to look. Raw, untouched, real. The composition of this penny, primarily copper, only adds fuel to the fire. As copper continues to rise, in both industrial importance and historical significance, early 20th century copper coins are being re-evaluated not just as collectibles, but as legacy assets. Coins like this sit at the intersection of material value, historical depth, and emotional weight. That combination is rare, and when it appears, markets respond. Rarity is the silent engine here. While millions of 1,927 wheat pennies were minted, the number that survive today in original, dirty, naturally aged condition with clear details is shockingly small. Most were cleaned decades ago when people didn't understand what they were destroying. Others were circulated until their identity vanished. The remaining examples, especially no mint mark, Philadelphia strikes, are being absorbed into private collections and long-term holdings at an accelerating pace. Demand for this coin is not loud, but it is relentless. Serious US. Collectors hunt quietly. They move decisively. And they do not release assets once acquired. That creates pressure. And pressure in collector markets always leads to one thing: upward movement. Now take this moment seriously. Because the current and absolutely up-to-date market value of the exact coin condition I just described is $7,000, zeroth. This is today's reality. This is not a future projection. This is not storytelling. This is what this coin commands in the high-end American market right now. If you are holding this coin, you are not holding history alone. You are holding serious financial gravity. You are holding something that makes seasoned collectors pause. Something that reframes what small money even means. This is the kind of piece that sits quietly while its importance grows year after year. And yes, the market for this coin is still climbing. As collectors mature, as supply tightens further, and as demand shifts toward authentic pre-depression copper, coins like this will not cool down. Time is not the enemy here. Time is the amplifier. For collectors, the guidance is clear. Do not rush. Do not clean. Do not underestimate what you own. Learn the market, respect the coin, and protect its originality. Because coins like this do not ask for attention. They command it when the moment is right. Understand this deeply. What looks aged can be elite. What looks rusted can be powerful. What looks forgotten can be worth more than most people imagine possible. This is why we stay informed. This is why we study. And this is why CoinShock brings fresh updates every single day, so hidden American wealth doesn't stay hidden. Stay with me, because Coin 3 is coming, and it takes everything you think you know and pushes it even further. Next up, coin number 3. Now this is where the story takes a different turn. Because not every treasure hides behind dirt and decay. Some treasures hide behind perfection that looks ordinary. And this coin right here is the exact reason thousands of Americans have unknowingly spent away fortunes over the last few decades. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny with no mint mark, featuring a beautiful surface and fine, well-preserved condition, is one of the most dangerous coins in circulation history. Dangerous because it looks too normal, too clean, too familiar. And that is exactly why it slips through hands unnoticed, while serious collectors quietly chase it behind closed doors. This coin was struck in 1941 Ampere's year that stands on the edge of a global turning point. America was moments away from entering World War II. The nation was holding its breath. Industry was accelerating. Confidence was shifting into preparation. And money, real money, was still being made with purpose. This penny carries that moment frozen inside it. It represents the last calm breath before history exploded. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the absence of a mint mark, this coin was part of the backbone of U.S. commerce at a time when every cent mattered. But what sets this coin apart is not chaos or survival, it is quality. In an era of mass production under growing pressure, achieving a well-struck, beautifully preserved penny was not guaranteed. Coins like this were the exception, not the rule. The composition of this wheat penny, rich copper-based metal, gives it a warm, almost glowing tone when preserved correctly. In fine condition, the details on Lincoln's portrait remain sharp, confident, and dignified. The wheat stalks on the reverse stand tall and clear, symbolizing stability and abundance. Collectors see this not as decoration, but as precision preserved against time. And here is where the emotional shift happens. Unlike dirty or corroded coins, this penny's power lies in restraint. It has not been over-polished. It has not been abused. It has survived decades while retaining its original character and balance. That kind of preservation is rare, not because the coin wasn't made in quantity, but because time is unforgiving. The rarity here is subtle, and that is what makes it elite. Millions were struck, yes, but how many survived in true fine condition, untouched, uncleaned, with natural luster and original surfaces intact? Very few. Most were worn down through circulation. Others were mishandled by people trying to make them look better. This coin avoided both fates. And that avoidance is everything. In today's American collector market, coins like this are in quietly explosive demand. High-end collectors are no longer chasing only extremes. They are building legacy sets, balanced collections that showcase history at its best. A fine condition 1941 wheat penny without a mint mark is a cornerstone piece. It completes narratives. It elevates collections. And it does not stay available for long. Auction behavior proves it. Private sales confirm it. Dealers whisper it. When a truly fine example surfaces, it does not wait. It is recognized instantly. And then it's gone. Absorbed into long-term holdings, family trusts, and serious portfolios that understand where this market is heading. Now pause here, because this is not a fantasy number. This is not speculation. The current and absolutely accurate market value of the exact coin condition I've described is $1,250. This price reflects today's collector demand and the tightening supply of authentic, fine-condition examples in the United States market right now. Let that settle in. A coin that looks calm, A coin that looks clean. A coin that looks spendable to the unaware, yet carries the weight of a major American treasure. This is the kind of value that doesn't shout. It stands firm, and it grows stronger with time. And yes, the value trajectory is still moving upward. As collectors become more educated, as preservation becomes harder to verify, and as authentic examples disappear into private ownership, coins like this will not lose relevance. They will gain gravity. Waiting is not risky here, it is strategic. For collectors, the message is powerful and simple. Condition matters. Originality matters. Knowledge matters. Protect coins like this. Document them. Learn their story. Because once released, replacing them is not easy, and often not possible. Understand this truth. Beauty can be rare. Calm can be valuable. And perfection can be priceless when history supports it. This is why CoinShock delivers fresh updates every single day to expose the coins most people overlook and reveal the wealth most people never see coming. If you watch this entire video, you're already ahead of the crowd. And if you're holding one of these coins, you're holding more than metal. You're holding American legacy wealth.